The year was 1386, a time when the boundaries between superstition, religion, and law often blurred in ways that modern minds can scarcely comprehend. In Falaise, a small town in Normandy, France, a pig found itself at the center of one of history's most bizarre and unsettling court cases. This was not merely a matter of local gossip or a fleeting scandal, it was an official legal proceeding in which a pig was tried, convicted, and sentenced to death for killing a child. The incident began with a tragic accident that would forever change the course of local history. A young boy was attacked and fatally mauled by a sow. The circumstances of the event were grim. The child's injuries were so severe that they left no doubt as to the pig's culpability. But what followed was a sequence of events that underscores the peculiarities of medieval justice, a justice system that did not hesitate to treat animals as moral agents, capable of guilt and deserving of punishment. The sow was promptly seized by local authorities and brought before a court. This was no informal hearing, it was a fully fledged trial, complete with judges, lawyers, and witnesses. In medieval Europe, animals could and often were held accountable for their actions under the same legal framework as humans. This peculiar practice stemmed from a belief that animals, like humans, could commit crimes and should face the consequences of their actions. It was a reflection of a worldview deeply entwined with religious doctrine, where moral accountability extended even to the natural world. The trial proceeded with all the solemnity of any human case. Witnesses were called to testify about the circumstances of the boy's death, describing in harrowing detail how the pig had attacked the child. The evidence was damning, and the court's judgment was swift and unequivocal. The pig was found guilty of murder and sentenced to die. But medieval justice demanded more than mere punishment, it sought to make an example of the guilty party. The execution was a public spectacle. The pig was dressed in human clothing, an eerie and symbolic gesture meant to underline its supposed moral agency and guilt. This macabre display was not merely a form of punishment but also a warning to the townspeople. It reinforced the idea that justice was universal, sparing no one, not even the animals that served humanity. As the townspeople gathered to witness the execution, the pig was paraded to the gallows, where it met the same fate as any human criminal. The execution was carried out with grim efficiency, and the case was closed. But the story of the murderous pig did not fade into obscurity. It was recorded in court documents and chronicled by contemporaries, becoming a striking example of the era's legal and cultural peculiarities. This case raises profound questions about the nature of justice and humanity's relationship with the animal world. To modern sensibilities, the idea of putting an animal on trial seems absurd, even grotesque. Yet in the context of medieval society, it was seen as a logical extension of the belief in a divinely ordered universe, where all beings were subject to the same moral laws. By holding animals accountable, medieval communities sought to impose order on a chaotic and often dangerous world. The trial of the pig in 1386 is not an isolated incident. Throughout medieval Europe, animals were frequently put on trial for crimes ranging from theft to murder. In many cases, these trials were deeply ritualistic, blending legal procedure with religious symbolism. They served not only as a means of enforcing justice but also as a form of communal catharsis, allowing societies to confront and process acts of violence and disorder. As we reflect on this strange and unsettling chapter of history, it is tempting to dismiss it as the product of an ignorant and superstitious age. Yet it also offers a fascinating window into the values and beliefs of a world vastly different from our own. The trial of the pig in Falaise reminds us that the pursuit of justice, in all its forms, is deeply rooted in the cultural and spiritual frameworks of the societies that practice it. Today, the story of the pig on trial continues to captivate and intrigue. It serves as a poignant reminder of the complexities and contradictions of human history, a history where the lines between right and wrong, human and animal, law and ritual were often drawn in ways that defy modern understanding. For all its absurdity, the trial of the pig in 1386 stands as a testament to humanity's enduring quest to make sense of the world, even when that quest leads to the gallows of a small town in Normandy.